just wanna realize the future, realize the future, realize the future. I'm gonna realize the future, realize the future, realize the future. She just wanna realize the future, realize the future.
How's it going, people? It's Devon once again, bringing you another daily dose of insight and motivation. And today, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the law of spiritual growth. Okay, I'm excited. I'm gonna take you guys on a journey with me and see. It is so cool, man. Life is about the journey, and what I want to tell you guys is the law of spiritual growth, right? Let's talk a little bit about spirituality, just in the aspect of being spiritual. First and foremost, you have to understand that we are not just, human beings living this experience, that in actuality, we are spirits living a human experience, right? And so, there's the Trinity, the mind, the body, and the spirit. And if you're not paying attention to the spirit part of yourself, the spirit, the energy that actually runs everything else, the body, the every other function of life, then you're really missing out on, the deliciousness that life can be, right? So like, if you kind of think about God, right, and you think about all the attributes and all the qualities that God has, God is legendary, man. Like, he doesn't have fear, right? He doesn't doubt, he doesn't have worry. He has like an absolute faith in all things, right? And just imagine the type of person that you would be if you started to incorporate those type of qualities in yourself as well too. Absolute faith in all the things that you do. If you incorporated, having no fear, right? When you're going after your goals, when you're going after your dreams, the things that you want. If you decided to become a person that thought more like Christ, that thought you could perform miracles, not only in your life, but in other people's life as well too. Well, how would other people see you? Oh my gosh, that's so powerful right there. So, when we talk about the law of spiritual growth, we have to understand that it's building up that spirit, that soul part of ourselves, in addition to everything else. Don't neglect this part, because the spirit, the soul part of yourself is the one that's going to run and help everything else go smooth. Okay, so now, Devon, I understand. Okay, I'm a spirit living a human experience. The spirit, the God part of me is much broader, much wider, is wiser, stronger, has more wisdom, has more faith, has all these qualities that I want to embody as just a normal, everyday, waking man, right? So how do I develop and cultivate these inherent, these natural, abilities and traits? Everyone has them, but in certain people, a few of them are just more prominent than others. The great thing about it is that we all got the same soul. We all got that same spirit, so we can all cultivate these qualities inside of ourselves to help us become our ultimate versions, right? Okay, now how do we strengthen it? How do we get it stronger? How do we build up this spirit? How do we connect with it? How do we make sure that we are in tune with our most divine self, right? One, you got to talk to it. You got to understand that this whole entire universe, everything started with the thought, right? Everything is mental. Everything. And so if you understand that, okay, everything is mental, and it is impossible to show or prove one thing that was created in the world that was not first a thought or an idea, right? Everything that was created, everything that you have done, that you have seen, that you have touched, was first an idea. This phone that I am recording and that I am speaking to you today was first an idea in someone's mind before it was manifested on the screen of reality, and now I'm using it to speak this message to you guys. These clothes that I'm wearing, I manifested this watch. I'm gonna tell you guys how I did it. It was insane, man. But you have to understand that everything, literally everything in the entire world, first started off with a thought, with an idea, right? The spirit part of ourselves, this much broader, wiser part that knows how to take ideas and turn them into things. You've heard that before. Thoughts are things, and that's why you hear me say all the time, if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. That's how this law works. And so, we can talk about the importance of cultivating this spiritual part of yourself, the importance of being really strong in the spirit, because that's going to make everything else go well. Also, I like to say that if you have a very strong, vertical alignment, then your horizontal alignment will be very strong as well too. Your relationships, your business, your career, all the other things that you have going on in your life will be very strong because you have that upwards spiritual connection. So the law of spiritual growth, right? We're talking about the things of the spirit, right? And not the things of the world, because these are material things that you see here. These buildings, all these things are material things. But every single thing has one source. It all originates from the same substance, and that substance is God. It's the living spirit. It all originated from that. All originated with this thing right here, an idea, a thought, the all-powerful mind, right? So if we're getting to a conclusion here, I want to let you know that you got to get in tune with this guy up here. You got to get in tune with your mind. You got to get in tune with your thoughts. And you got to ask yourself, am I thinking the way that God would think? Ask yourself that, right? Because again, what attributes, what qualities do we attribute to God? Do we say that, God is weak, or is God strong? Does he have omnipresence? He's everywhere, right? He's all powerful. He's all knowing, right? Now, of course, we can aspire to be like that, but it's not going to be in the same magnitude, right? But you will have a similar quality and be able to call on those aspects of yourself to do some great things, right? Even in the Bible, Jesus Christ says, don't ye know that you are gods and that you can do the same things that I have done, even greater, even more, right? So don't take that as just like, this person who had all this power, God's son, and we can't measure up, we can't compare to him. The law of spiritual growth says, man, I inhabit the same spirit that Jesus did. You inhabit the same spirit that Jesus did. God's son, you are a child of the Most High. You are a child of God, right? And let me give it to you this way, okay? When a lion, right, has a kid, it's called a cub. But what does a cub grow into be in its adult form? It grows into be a lion, right? You have any other animals, right? The sheep, right? Or the goat has a kid, and that's what it's called. It's called a kid. It grows into be a full adult, right? The horse has a kid. I believe it's a pony, right? Grows into be a full horse, right? Stallion, whatever you want to call it. What am I trying to get here? I'm trying to say that if you are a child of God, are you going to continue to be a child until the end of your life? Are you going to grow into your adult form? Are you going to grow into the form that has all the capabilities, that has all the strength, that has the magnitude of power to do everything that the adult version of yourself can do, the ultimate version of yourself, the God version of yourself? Or are you going to stay a child your entire life? Right? Does a kid remain a kid forever? Or does he continue to grow? Does he finally grow into being an adult? You answer that question for yourself and let me know, what do you want to be? Who do you want to be? Do you want to stop and stunt your growth, or do you want to continue to grow into the most ultimate version of yourself? And if you understand that, okay, I am a spirit living a human experience. I am more than just this physical body. I am more than just this physical appearance, right? And I can tap into this Christ consciousness. I can tap into this otherworldly power that is the source of my being. Is the source that has absolute faith, absolute power, all-knowing knowledge, everything. And grow into your ultimate version. Man, I'm excited, man. I want to keep going. This is a good one, man. The law of spiritual growth, man. You just got to understand that we got to start cultivating these innate spiritual gifts, talents inside of us, these disciplines that are already within us. We just need to cultivate them, just like the farmer cultivates the seed. And through time, the seed always produces fruit as long as it's cultivated. Cultivate your soul, cultivate your spirit. Don't neglect your body, cultivate your body. Don't neglect, the mental, cultivate that as well too. And just watch as your life produces fruit. Watch as your life produces fruit. As I always say, continue to realize where you are now, realize where you have been, and now realize the future. Woo!